Yeah. What's up? What's good? What's popping? What's cracking? What's percolating? What's really good? And it's your man Theo Butler. That's it, man. It's Friday. Friday after just got paid. Friday night. But it's not Friday night. But shout out to the late great Johnny Kim. Before we begin, like, share, subscribe. If you like, leave a comment. If you don't like, leave a constructive comment. I didn't really fill the title out, but turn that down. I didn't really fill the title out and everything, but continuation vice cancellation or cancellation vice continuation, depending on how you want to look at it. We got a couple of things going on here. We got Dr. Ewing, we got Brian Hill. And Brian Hill's issue 1 came out with a lot of fanfare. Still tripping on that one. Dr. Ewing, there's a lot of speculation, conjecture, innuendo, and rumor, no fact, in regards to what's happening after issue 10. And I can't lie, before we begin, okay, y'all like, share, subscribe, y'all make sure we do all that and everything like that. See, we got 2 watching. So I went to Marvel, not the comic book distributor. I'm not talking to them. I went to the comic book company. Black Panther, volume 10, I want to say, issue 9. You can pull that up, got a cover. It's going to give you issue 10, and it's got a little slot there. You just can't click on it. It says issue 11. Now, I don't believe in being, I'm from the Barbara Walters, Dan Rather, Walter Cronkite, 60-minute generation of news journalists. What's going on, Kamoyo? What's going on? I'm from that generation. So I report news. I don't make up news, and I don't just tell people what I think it is. No. Accuracy. That's how you build up legitimacy. The accuracy. Well, with there not being a picture out there for issue 11, that cover, issue 10 does wrap up the Kibisu Ma storyline. It does. Issue 10 does wrap that up. It does. Does that mean that the comic book is over with? Does that mean that one? I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. I've seen issues series end at 12. 10. I know we're dealing in numbers of 5, but because comic books come out every month, generally you get 12. 6, 12, 4. Even numbers, not odd. Even. Like, the only odd number you're going to get is a one-hit wonder, i.e. a one-shot. But other than that, no, we're talking 4, 6, 8, 12. Because we're looking at a trade paperback that we're going to put this in. And generally speaking, we prefer to have 12 issues in that trade paperback. One trade paperback, 6 issues. Next trade paperback, 6 issues. You're not really getting the bang for your buck as a comic book company if you're doing it less than that. So I'm sitting up here and I'm thinking to myself, and I'm going to keep up with these notes. I think E starts a new story arc with T'Challa. We got Nightellum in there. What's going on, Nightellum? Y'all know how I get down. Y'all know how I get down. I'm rocking with y'all like y'all rock with me. Y'all rock with me like I'm rocking with y'all. Y'all know how I get down. I'm never in a hurry to be first. I'm never in a hurry to be first. I'm not. I want to be accurate, so I take my time. I remember when this whole thing started off with a couple of weeks ago, everybody wanted to say it got canceled. I Googled. Now, here's the thing. This is what gets me. In this day and age of modern technology, where I would like to think we put more emphasis on being accurate than being first, quite a few people went above and beyond to say that the comic was canceled. What's your source? Don't tell me about no comic book store. Don't care nothing about no comic book store. What's your source? Because right now, if you go Google it, yeah, you get the company. And when I say company, the comic book company that tells you what comics are coming out and everything like that. But they don't make the comic. Marvel does. Dr. Ewing writes the comic. Where's the credible source at? Because here's the thing. Why I haven't been tooting the horn talking about the comic being canceled, boy, I don't want to look stupid. I don't want to look stupid talking about the comic being canceled. And I know some people are happy her comic got canceled just to turn around and there be an 11th issue. I don't want to do that. I don't want to be that person. So what's the source? I think that's a fair question. What's the source? You say her comic book got canceled. I don't want to hear from a comic book distributor because we see how reliable Penguin is. No. What's the source? Because we got Brian Hill over there on Twitter when folks had so much to say about whether or not that was T'Challa, all the fear mongering, or it won't be T'Challa. What did Brian Hill come say? No, that's T'Challa. Stop. No, let me get this out. That's T'Challa. What's the source? It's official. No, it's not official. It's officially unofficial. It's unofficially official. What's the source? Oh, the second part of this video title was, don't be the instrument of your own demise. You know, we're supposed to be Black Panther fans, but I can't tell. Let me say it one more time. We're supposed to be Black Panther fans, but I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I can't tell. You want the character, but you don't give a damn about the side characters. You want the character, but if he ain't the king of Wakanda, you don't give two damns about the character. You care about the character, but you don't care nothing about the character's family. You want the character, but you don't know any. You don't want the totality of the character. You want your version of the character. That's the problem now. That's the problem now. Everybody want their version of T'Challa. What was wrong with Stan Lee and Jack Kirby's version of T'Challa? Because you ain't have no version until they came along. And why you so gung-ho on the MCU versions of T'Challa? Why is that what you gung-ho over? And why is that your measuring stick? Positively or negatively so? Why is that what you're looking at? Like, honestly, when you look at T'Challa, the MCU should be the farthest damn thing from your mind. It should. You shouldn't even think about it. That's hot garbage. When you think about T'Challa, honestly, what are the traits that you like about T'Challa? Because I'm sitting up here right now and I'm like, damn, I'm lost. I'm lost. Y'all like Theo? I'm lost. I'm lost. Because first and foremost, as a reader. See, first, before you be a comic book fan, you got to learn how to read. Before you become a comic book fan, you got to be able to read. You got to be, and reading is understanding the printed word. You got to be able to do that, or reading gonna be a struggle. Well, you got to be able to read fluently. Stuff got to make sense, right? Okay. Well, I like reading. Good stories. A good story. When you learn and you beginning, middle, end. How we started, the journey, what happened at the end? That's a good story. Got to make sense. Okay, well, I've always been attracted to good stories. I just happen to like my stories with some pictures. I just happen to like my stories with some pictures. I'm the same cat. The Three Little Pigs, yeah. Three Little Pigs, Goldilocks, all that stuff, Big Bad Wolf. Give me some pictures. Give me some good writing. Okay. Well, damn. If I can't say nothing else about Dr. Ewing, that's some good writing. That's some good writing. That is some good writing. It's 10 issues in. It's crazy how people, and this is just me, we gave the other dude, you would have thought, just for fairness, before folks went so hard at her, they would have gave her 15 issues first. And when I say they, I'm talking about the fans. I'm talking about the Black Panther fans. Before you opened up your mouth to criticize her, I would have thought you would have, at the very least, given her a 15-issue pass before you ran your mouth, before you came after her, before you threw her up under the bus, before you let your misogynistic tendencies show. I would have thought you would have let her get 15 issues first. No, you couldn't. And if they canceled her after 10 issues, it's your fault. It's your fault, because when John Ridley was writing that damn comic, you didn't review the comic and you didn't say not a damn thing. You took your behind over there and you sat down. You complained to your friends. You complained to social media, and that's all you did. That's all you did. Some of us haven't even, to this day, given John Ridley the criticisms that were heaping at her feet. Nevertheless, that's just part 2 of the video. Be the instrument of your own demise. Part 1 of this video is, what's the credible evidence that this comic is being canceled? I'm gonna keep up with these notes. Let me see. We got Not Tell Him here, so I want to make sure I keep up with Not Tell Him. But she isn't selling, so if it is canceled, why would they give her another chance? Why isn't it selling? That's a fair question. Why isn't her books? You're a Black Panther fan, and no, Lee, bro, this ain't aimed at you specifically. This is the discussion, so I don't want you to think that I'm coming at you and everything. That ain't what that is and everything. I'm just asking a question. Why wouldn't her, if you're a Black Panther fan and her writing is better than John Ridley, he got 15 issues, why isn't her book selling? Why would they give her another shot? That's fair. But like I said, my question, why wasn't her book selling? That's the question that I want to know. Why wasn't her book selling? Portions of the fan base don't have patience to see the story through. So those fans are those fans. See what I just said? So those fans, are they fans? Are they fans? Because what story were they trying to see through? What story did they bail out on? T'Challa didn't get his butt whooped. And mind you, like I said, I'm just asking fair questions, and I'm asking these questions because when people watch this video, I want it to be where we're forcing ourselves to be critical thinkers. What didn't they have patience for? We got Not Telling Me here, Kamoyo. That's why my comic book store manager told me issues 1 through 10 trade paperback is already in the slot to sell after issue 10. Then they have issue 11 available on sites, but no cover yet. Thank you so much for that, Not Tell Them. Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much. We're going to put this up here. Not Tell Them, Kamoyo. That's why my local comic store manager told me, and 1 through 10 trade paperback is already in slot to sell after issue 10. Then they have issue 11 available on sites, but no cover yet. Thank you so much. I'm under the mindset it will be continued in a new chapter, but we won't know till we know. Thank you so much, Libro, because that last run had 15 issues and it was hot garbage. This is true. That pitch would have to be really strong to get another chance. I want people to tell me, what did she do that was so horrible? That's what I want. See, I don't want to do the vague part. We can talk around in circles, but I don't believe in talking around in circles. I believe in addressing specifics. What was so horrible about Dr. Ewing's run that you didn't like it? Not you, Libro. Like I said, it ain't you personally. But what could somebody say? Because miss me with the he's not a king thing. Like, miss me with that. That right there, I've read stories before where T'Challa was not sitting on the throne of Wakanda. So that's not a talking point for me. That's easily dismissive. Somebody introduces that, I'm going to look at you sideways and I'm going to confuse you for Donald Trump. It is what it is. Don't talk to me about action, because I had somebody mention something about action and T'Challa got into a fight, hell, sometimes twice in the same damn issue. So I don't want to hear that one. I don't want to hear anything about respecting the paying homage to what came before. She did that. You got Deathlock in there. You got what was it? Nightshade in there. You got a shout out to Queen Divine Justice up in there. You got a shout out to Shangamire up in there. Now, mind you, maybe that's before some of these new fans came along. Maybe that's before some of these new fans came along, so they don't, because they ain't seen Nightshade in a minute, they can't really appreciate her. They don't really know nor care about who Deathlock is, so they don't appreciate. That's there though. What about lineage? Did we not get Telly and his name revealed in a damn comic book? So I'm looking at Black Panther fans, and I'm trying to figure out what in the hell she did that was so damn horrific that you don't like her. I'm of the mindset you're confusing her, some of us, with John Ridley. And some of us are misogynistic, i.e. you didn't like her to begin with. And I'm going to tell you what it is. If you had an issue with her prior to issue 1 and your talking points was what she better do, if that's how you was talking, what she better do, what you not finna have patience for, if that was your talking points before issue 1 of Eve Ewing even hit the stand, you're the problem. You're the problem. You are the problem. And you're a fake Black Panther fan, in my opinion, because you can't tell me what you did not like, because every damn thing you said you did not like about a writer, she did it. Every damn thing you said you did not like about the last dude, what character did she kill off? How did she disrespect the old ways? What character did she kill off from the past? What character? Hell, we didn't see Tosin, but she didn't kill Tosin off. No, she left Tosin right there so that if somebody saw any value in Tosin whatsoever, they could use him. All this talk about, oh, well, Shorty is being made to seem smarter. No, she wasn't. She barely used Shorty. She barely used Shorty. Everything that T'Challa did, he did by and large on his own. And some of y'all wasn't happy with that. But you was good with him being in Hell's Kitchen. You were good with him relying on his wits, right? You were good with him not having to rely on Wakandan technology to make it do. Some of you even brag about the fact that he took down a super soldier and he did not have the abilities of the Black Panther when he did it. What was so damn bad about her run? I'm trying to be nice. I am. But being the instrument of your own demise, cancellation versus continuation. I'm asking some fair questions. She gave you a new Black Panther. She extended T'Challa's lineage in the Black Panther tree, and you complaining? Which is crazy, because some of y'all was complaining before issue 5 got here. Oh, he ain't back on the throne by issue 5, I'm done. Really? So she got 5 issues to unearth what somebody did 15 issues to F up. I'm gonna keep up with these notes. I'm gonna keep up with the notes. Not tell him 100, but did it sell more? Also, unfortunately, he had Hollywood clout, which I imagine saved him from getting kicked off. Hollywood clout. I don't deal in clout. I deal in facts, hardcore facts. I like facts. He got 15 issues. Well, if you're a Black Panther fan, once again, I'm saying it's not you. You should have gave up 15 issues your damn self. That was the promise that I made. I bought all 15 issues from John Ridley. My promise was I was going to give her at least, she should at least, watch this. What issue, because this whole sell more thing. See, the thing is, I can look at it like this. And this is why I say we have to watch what we say. People move based on their prejudices and their biases. You have some people that intentionally didn't buy her comic because she was a woman. You have some people that intentionally didn't buy that comic because she's a Black woman. The story was good though. So if you once you crack open the book, it's a good story. It's way better. Her first issue was better than his first issue. Her second issue was better than his second issue. Her third issue was better than his third issue. Her fourth issue was better than, see, at this point in time, damn who didn't buy it, because I know there are people that are going to be bigoted and prejudiced. But you as a Black Panther fan, that shouldn't affect you. You should be able to read the comic and call it for what it is, straight down the damn middle. Her 9 issues are better than all 9 of his issues. Damn what sold more. As a Black Panther fan, that's what you should be standing on business. Damn the clout, damn who know who, damn who like who. We don't care nothing about that. We deal with the actual factuals, and her 9 issues have been better than his 9 issues. We know it, I know it, you know it, so what's the problem? Portions of the fan base don't, let's see. There we go. If the support of the book, if the support of the book tank sales, are the fans the issue, or is it a group of misogynists? That part right there. Eve literally gave you all the bones to pull T'Challa on his feet. There are no valid complaints that I can see. I'm just checking, because when you come to me and you say the action missing, I got all 9 issues. I reviewed them. You're gonna be hard pressed to talk to me about action missing. Not when I seen Buddy get in about 2-3 fights. So you don't like the opponents. Okay, well, what opponents he got? Who you want him to fight? Claw? Who you want him to fight? Killmonger? Because you don't know nothing about no damn Salamander Crew. You don't. You don't know nothing about no what King Cadaver, Barry Mack. You don't know nothing about that. You ain't talking about nothing about no damn Malice. Nightshade, we not having them conversations. And low key, them villains ain't even been built up to legendary status like that. So she gave you Deathlock. Damn. He is in the wheelhouse. Who you want? Another appearance by Eric Killmonger? Nobody wants to see that. No, nobody. Nobody. You want Captain America? Or do you want the Colonialists? Because that's what Ridley gave you. Or do you want the damn Buffalo Soldier? Like, what we doing? She gave you 2 crime families in Wakanda, something y'all ain't never had before. Wakanda is a nation. You don't think it's crime families? She didn't say it was a rebellion. You got that in everybody else's damn run on the comic book. A crime family. You can tune in to watch Gangsters Hunt. You can watch The Sopranos. You can sit up there and watch Snowfall. But this right here bother you. Y'all getting on my damn nerves. Y'all. So what you didn't like about her run? How would you put him back on the throne? You want King Solomon's frogs? Hell, half of you don't even know the damn the story revolving around King Solomon's frog. So what we talking about? When was the last time we seen King Solomon's frog? Or do you want him to just Holler at Mephisto, Dr. Strange, a la Peter Parker. Make a wish. Hey, them 15 issues never occurred. You know the beauty of being a writer? The beauty of being a writer is being able to take trash, like what John Ridley gave you, and turn it into a Picasso. I'm pretty sure quite a few people around here wouldn't have the patience to wait on a Picasso painting. That says a lot right there. We keep up with these notes. I think after any other run, it would have been looked at more positively. I like that, Lee, bro. I like that. After any other run, it would have been. And see, that's the thing right there. When you can say stuff like that, the ability to be able to compartmentalize, that's what I would have liked to have thought that everybody who had so much to say about John Ridley would have done. They would have compartmentalized, sit him off to the side. Don't judge her run based off his. Let her do her thing. Understanding where this hero is. Because I'm still trying to figure out how in the hell he's a galactic emperor, but not a king. That's irresponsible writing as hell. His writing card should be, his card as an author should forever be rejected. That makes no sense, especially because I don't believe he would ever write something like that involving East Asia, because he has a degree in East Asian languages. I believe he studied that culture. I don't believe he would make that stupid behind mistake. I don't believe it was a mistake. No, I don't believe he would make that stupid behind decision. In regards to that, I believe John Ridley has more respect for the Asian culture than he does for his very own culture. In regards to that, I believe there are people that are being disingenuous as Black Panther fans when it comes to Dr. Ewing. I'm going to say that. But yes, I'm definitely with you right there. I believe all of these complaints are manufactured. Going back once again, Kamoyo said, I believe all these complaints are manufactured. I'm just going to say it like this. I've seen quite a few YouTube videos in regards to reporting the fact that that comic book has been canceled. No facts. Because I'm attempting to Google for the facts. I ain't find no verification. Now, you know what the crazy part about that? You can't even get no word from Marvel. Marvel, who told you when the comic book was coming out. Marvel, who told you when John Ridley's comic book was ending. Marvel, who told you when Brian Hill's comic book, Ultimate Black Panther, was coming out. Marvel, who told us when Night Thrasher was coming out. Marvel ain't said one word. Marvel Comics ain't said one word about Black Panther, Eve Ewing, Volume 10 being canceled. Now, Marvel. Now, we on issue 9. Marvel ain't said one word. So now I'm asking myself this question. Do you know her comic is getting canceled at issue 9, at issue 10, after issue 10? Or are you hoping and praying she get canceled? Are you hoping and praying her comic book gets canceled? Because I'm going to be honest with you. I ain't knocking nobody. But it's some favoritism going on with Brian Hill's issue 1, Ultimate Black Panther. It's some favoritism going on there. It's some people kissing his butt. First of all, I liked it, but I like Dr. Eve Ewing's run too. But the same things that folks criticize Dr. Eve Ewing for, they congratulate him for. Kamoyo, tell me if I'm lying. Kamoyo, you tell me if I'm lying. The same stuff that folks was criticizing Dr. Ewing for, they compliment him for. Yeah. Compliment him for. Got a whole lot to say about Aurora and T'Challa being together over here. They ain't had nothing to say about this over here because she not with him. she not with him. Had a whole lot to say about Shorty over here, talking about her technological genius. Dr. Ewing don't even rep Shorty like that. Meanwhile, over here, ain't she the mistress at arms? Show is. Show is. Show is. Show is. You talking about what's going on over here? Dr. Ewing run? How she ain't respecting the past? Brian Hill started off from ground zero. I'm doing my own thing. Like Heavy D in the boards. We got our own thing. Bum diddly 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 dee. Yeah. I like it. But we're not gonna do that. Oh, the old ways. We get tired of the storylines being repeated over and over and over again. Well, hold on. Y'all talking about good God Almighty Jesus. She got T'Challa dealing with Mr. Scissor. Well, ain't that Brian Hill got T'Challa dealing with Mr. Scissor. And guess what? Good God Almighty Jesus. Once again, he's skeptical of it. We ain't read that before? That T'Challa is skeptical in dealing with Wakanda magic? No. Y'all do that on your own time. The time of these mass complaints is strictly the complaints is just as fishy as the 12,000 comics that's missing. What's going on, Ronnie? What's going on? Yeah, so that we got that leave with the Kamoya Kid respect. I think some of the criticisms are somewhat valid as we have different perspectives. I believe some of the criticisms are based in misogyny also. That's fair. Now, and I'm gonna say this, man, I thank you. Libro, I like the honesty. Like, I like the honesty. I respect the honesty all day, every day, twice on Sunday. People just be honest. So, because you're right, your complaints valid to you. I can't tell you whether or not I can't tell somebody whether or not their complaints are valid to them. Your complaints are valid to you. The misogyny, we see it. So, if we can take the complaints and let me say it like this. So, the complaint that you have in regards to Dr. Ewing, as I said last night in my comic book review, there are some things that I hold near and dear as a Black Panther fan. I didn't get in Brian Hill's run. And I think that's safe to say, should be safe to say, because you're not going to get everything, right? Everybody, you're not going to be 100% satisfied. Right. So, but it was good writing. That's what matters more to me than anything else. Good writing. The hot toots that I say, I ain't see them. I ain't see them. Should he as a griot? I guess one day we'll get there. I don't know. I guess. Mine is crazy. She's been the griot since she came from the Dijal. I can't get this needle moved forward for nothing in the world. That's my sticking point, though. Achilles, I'm feeling some type of way about Achilles, but that goes back to John, really. Tosin, feeling some type of way about that. Taku, I don't know where he at. Cantu, I don't know. Venom, Horatio Walters, I don't. Hunter, some stuff that I want. Some stuff that I want. It ain't in his run. Some stuff that I want, It's not in the first issue. Did not make or break Sion. We don't even know what is. Does he even exist? Nahanda, Inyami, Ramunda. What's going on? Do T'Challa and Shuri have the same mama? They got two different mamas. What's going? Nothing. Those are things that are near and dear to me as a Black Panther fan. They mean something to me as a Black Panther fan. Does that make or break the story? No, because you could have had all that in there, and if that story sucked, I'm gonna say that story sucked. You could put all that in there, but if that story sucked, that story sucked. If the story good, the story good. Now watch this. Because if the story is good without all of that being in there, the ingredients that I like, well, imagine that story, how much better it's going to be when you put the stuff in there that I like. I'm, as a literary scholar, I'm more concerned about the story. As my brother D Real say, make it make sense. So thank you so much for that honesty, Libra. I agree with you with that. It's definitely hard to clean up after someone else's mess, but when you're a Black Panther fan, you can't be turned away that easy. That part. You cannot be turned away that easy. You cannot be turned away, because if you can be turned away that easy, ain't that low key what the enemy want? Let me say that one more time. If the outcome, the desired outcome, is for this character to disappear, go away, nobody deal with this character, well, aren't you doing the ops job if you are on social media clamoring for the character to get canceled, celebrating the comic book getting canceled, going on social media, doing videos, providing justification for the comic to be canceled? I tell people all the time, watch what you say. Watch what you say out loud. Watch what you let come out your mouth, because everybody's watching. You don't know it. You don't know what they're watching for. You don't know what they're listening for. Watch what you let come out your mouth. Some people just talk. No. You have to be deliberate in what you're saying. You have to say to yourself, no, I'm driving this conversation because I'm looking for a desired outcome. And that outcome has to be what you're looking for specifically, not what somebody else is looking for, or your words will get twisted. Well, you're a Black Panther fan, and you see how this character been treated since since Avengers Age of Ultron. If you're a Black Panther fan, you've been seeing how they've been slipping on this character since Avengers Age of Ultron. You should be doing every damn thing in your power to keep this character front and center. And being irresponsible with comments, public comments, sometimes you can be the instrument of your own demise. I ain't saying. I'm just saying. We got Ronnie and I tell them greeting each other. Some believe, especially those on the CBR boards, are under the belief that Wakanda is a utopia of sorts. So to bring real world issues, as Coase and Ewing have, rubbed some the wrong way. You know, that's one of those things where when I say ownership, and thank you so much for that, Lee Burrow, once again, coming through with that comment. My take on it is CBR. So are they Black Panther fans, or do I work for CBR? Am I trying to generate content for CBR, or am I really concerned about the Black Panther IP as a fan? Real world issues, okay. Real world issues, fictional. Real world issues, most advanced nation in a fictional universe. those real world issues, how can I put it? I want to make sure I say this right. Here you know what? No, this is the perfect example. I love this right here. Right now in Marvel Comics, you have a gang war going on in New York. Quite a few superheroes involved. That story is playing out differently than the crime family story that Eve Ewing is telling in Wakanda. Real world issues. Let me say it one more time. Real world issues. I don't believe we can compare what's going on in Dr. Eve Ewing's run, because low-key, that's a gang war. Two crime families, because that's what you got going on in gang war. Multiple crime families at each other's throats. Okay, well, them two different stories. Them two different stories. Now, as a reader, if the reader can't appreciate the differences between crime in the Big Apple and crime in Wakanda, street crime in New York and street crime in Wakanda, is it, to your point, real world issue. If they can't appreciate the differences between the two, that person might need to stop picking up comic books. I'm going to suggest that person, because if you can appreciate this over here, you should be able to appreciate this over here, because what she got going over here, it's not the same thing going on over here. So made me think about that one. I don't know why you're getting rubbed the wrong way, but yeah, those criticisms are valid. How she didn't repeat? Nope, she did not. She did not repeat the political intrigue in every Black Panther story we've gotten so far. This is a welcome departure from the same old, same old. Absolutely. Absolutely. Ain't no rebellion going on in Wakanda. That rebellion took place on the Coast run. The people. Oh, Zenze, yeah, that's what that was. Okay, well, there was a rebellion going on in Hutland's run too. Shout out to John Mayberry, came around. They had that going on. Yeah. Dr. Doom was financing that one. Okay, well, they had a rebellion going on in Priest run too. Like, that's why I'll be like, what are y'all talking about? Like, you didn't got the storyline 3 different times, back to back to back. They just mixed some different stuff in it. Y'all act like Wakanda is not at war right now. There's no internal conflict, which is crazy, because they don't have a king. Wakanda is not an internal war right now. That should be easy. We don't know editorially what E was told to run with. That's true. That's true. What I will say is this, though, editorially speaking, across the board, and I don't know if you're doing this, Libro, T'Challa not taking no L's. Like, I don't know what the editorial decision was when Ridley was writing him, but universally speaking, whatever comic book T'Challa is showing up in right now, going all the way back to Eve Ewing issue 1, this current Avengers run, but he ain't take no L. The one time he did show up in Ultimate Invasion, first issue, he ain't take no L. Well, we sitting up here watching him right now, and Brian Hill, he still ain't taking no L. In essence, what I'm saying is, whatever editorial decision they gave her, it's across the board. Ronnie, hey, Mr. Theo B showed Marvel Comics finally came out and said her run was canceled, or are we still speculating? Ain't nobody saying nothing yet, Ronnie. The criticism of this run has been quite varied, so to say they are all engineered is disingenuous. My question would be, what's the criticism? Started off this video by saying cancellation versus continuation. How you can be the victim of your own demise. Okay, that's fair. I like that, Libro. The criticism of this run have been quite varied. So to say that they are all engineered is disingenuous. I think what he means when he says engineer, I think that means what did Shakespeare once say? Methinks thou dost protest too much. Not you, but the people that are complaining. What they complaining about? And I think that's what Kamoyo, and I could be wrong, Kamoyo speak for himself, manufactured, i.e., I'm making up something to be mad about. I'm questioning what the criticisms are. If I had my football flags, the yellow flag, I would throw a flag on the play. And for some criticisms that are listed, I would throw the red flag and let's take a closer review at. Okay, I'm asking a question because I heard what the complaints were. Him not being a king, that's not a complaint. That's well, let me rephrase that. Him not being a king is not a valid complaint to abandon the character because the character's been around since 1966, and there's been more than one time that character has been incredible storylines and has been portrayed greatly and was not the king of Wakanda. So he doesn't need to be the king of Wakanda. I get it. I like it. But if there are great storylines out there with him front and center as a primary character where he's featured, written perfectly, and he's not the king of Wakanda, and you like that portrayal of him, then him not being the king of Wakanda is not a fair criticism. And I know that was sitting out there between the time frame of John Ridley's issue 15 and Ewing'S issue 1. Well, if he ain't back on the throne by issue 5, issue 4, it's gonna be a problem. So damn, well, what did you do during Reginald Hutler's run? I got a question. What did you do during Christopher Priest's run? You say it's gonna be a problem if he ain't the king? So I'm just gonna question all these YouTubers on the cancel train, and suddenly everyone has a magical gripe about the Ewing run. Don't pee on my leg and tell me it's raining. I see what someone's trying. Hey, Mr. Theo, I believe some people wish their comic book would get canceled after issue 10 because it's not giving them what they want about putting T'Challa back on the throne. Well, you know, patience is a virtue. I'm not finna shortchange the journey because watch this. You ready? I got 15 issues of the other dude. I got 15 issues of the other dude. So if I could get 15 issues of a man, I can get 15 issues of the woman. And watch this. I should have been afforded as a fan to get 15 issues from her to see what she was going to do in 15 issues, just like I got 15 issues of crap from him. If it was going to be 15 issues of crap with her, she should have at least gotten 15 issues worth of crap. And I said it once, I will say it again. Every issue she's written, I be wanting people to lock in on certain stuff. Every issue she's written has been better than every issue he wrote. What's your complaint? What's your complaint? If you match them issue for issue, every issue she's written has been way better than every issue he wrote. And right now, because she got 9 issues, I'm looking at a 6-issue difference between the two of them. So somebody got to holler at me. Well, actually, no, you ain't got to holler at me. What you might need to do is go look in the mirror and have a conversation with yourself. I ain't got to have it. I believe in equal energy. He got 15, she can get 15. Y'all don't see my little thing, but yeah, I believe in equal energy. He got 15, she get 15. Let me see here. Libra Brian Hill is coming off a critic claim run on Blade, so it isn't exactly the same. I'm reading Blade. It's nice. I'm compartmentalizing. I don't think one has to do anything with the other. I'm reading Blade. I got Black Panther. I'm not doing that as far, well, I'm excited about Brian Hill to be writing Black Panther, Ultimate Black Panther, because of his work on Blade. No, I see what you did on Blade, but just because you did something good with Blade don't mean you can do it with Black Panther. So I go into it like this, open. You see what he's gonna do? Okay, well, like I said, it's some things that he did in issue 1. Well, let me rephrase that. Being fair, there, because I said this, there are some things that I hold near and dear as a Black Panther fan that he didn't do in issue 1. Does that make or break the comic for me, or do I like the writing? Say it one more time. There are things as a Black Panther fan that are near and dear to me. They mean something to me. And I really want to tell you, him being the king of Wakanda is up there, but it ain't number 1. It is not as important to me that he be the king of Wakanda as much as it is, as much as it means to me that he be written with regality, royalty, that he be written with swag, that he be written with a certain demeanor. The way that he's being written, actually, right now, watch this. Folks might not like what I'm getting ready to say, might disagree with it. I like the demeanor that he has in Ewing'S run. It's consistent with the demeanor that he has in the current Avengers run. This Ultimate Universe version, he's a little bit more dismissive, but I like it. T'Challa is more assertive. Now, I'm a Black Panther fan, and maybe that's because I keep reading Black Panther comics throughout the course of the week, old, current copies, older copies, whether he showed up in this particular group, whether he showed up in this particular, I like to just dive deep into it. Well, what has always stood out to me in regards to T'Challa is he's a man's man. That's a king. And he's a king whether he got that throne, whether he got the crown on his head or not. How he's conducting himself in the current Avengers run, that's a king. Hey, watch how you talk to me. Okay, well, Carol, you talking a lot, but you came and got me. I ain't come get you. So what you need? You running the team? Okay, well, what you gonna do then? That's how you talk. Well, that's how Eve got him talking. Dude ain't took one L. One L. What we mad about? He took on Monet. Well, ain't Monet an Omega level mutant? Ain't she Black? Brazilian? Black? Latino? Whatever? Ain't she an Omega level mutant? Didn't T'Challa take her down like it was nothing? Ain't there somebody capping for his reputation right there? Baser saying, hey, he for real. That's him. Chill out. Ain't that what you want? Is he not being written respectfully? Bro, I've been in the trenches with these. I'm not on Twitter, on social media. Don't go. Listen, do yourself a favor. Stay off of social media. Libra, this way you getting it in, bro. Get it in, right? Don't go over there. No. I'm not on Twitter, social media like that, so I can't account for what. Yeah, you doing the right thing. You doing you. You doing the right thing, big dog. Stay from over there. Listen, here's the sad part about it. I'm gonna read this note real quick. I'm not on Twitter or social media like that, so I can't account for what you've encountered. But I'm sure with how you respect it, you've done good work. Listen, don't go. Stay right there where you at. If you ain't on social media like that, do what you do. It's ugly. It's ugly. Remember that song by Bubba Sparks? It's ugly in here, up in here. It's ugly. It's ugly. You doing yourself a favor. You are saving yourself a headache. You are protected. your mental health. Keep doing what you do. Don't go over. I hope we get to see T'Challa scientific prowess on them. Now that much I agree with. I think that's. I go back to you know, John Mayberry, and like I said, the only reason why I keep mentioning his name because we need to mention John Mayberry's name as much as we mention John Ripley's name. That's if we can mention his name for the crap that he did, we should be mentioning the other dude because we keep going past him. We go straight from Hutland to Coates. Mayberry do sit right there. he do sit right there. So we got to give him something, and he's responsible for the Midnight Angels. By the way, so got to give him something like that. But it's been a minute since we've seen T'Challa written as a genius. That much is true. It gets hinted around at, but it doesn't get. It hasn't been. I would say, and I could be wrong. I don't think it's that. Now that's crazy. It's been on display in the comics. Shout out to my brother, D Real. I want to say that latest Avengers run, not the current story arc. It was the Avengers Unlimited story run. I want to say, with the Watcher, you see T'Challa and Tony build a device that's supposed to interconnect. They're not talking to each other though. They're not talking to each other, and they low key not aware that the other one is doing it. They just hope that this is what they're doing, and it worked perfectly. So you do get T'Challa's scientific expertise on display. It's crazy when I say this. More often than not, it just ain't in his own damn comic. It ain't been in his comic since, because I'm not really counting the Coates run. His scientific expertise ain't been on display in his own comic since, that's crazy, since Mayberry. Because that's literally when he created shadow physics. And that was about it. So that's credible. That's credible. I like that. Wait, let me get back to these comments. Yeah. I believe Dr. Ewing has been put on pause because she is a busy professor. Let me see. I'm gonna make sure I get back. Because y'all, man, y'all in here. Y'all in here. There we go. Back to Libra. Ronnie, I'm about to ask because I haven't read every Black Panther run, but is Dr. Eve Al Ewing in the first Black woman? No, I don't believe so, Ronnie. No, I don't believe so. Yeah, it's still speculation. Yeah, if you want to write in and everything like that, write in the mheroes@marvel.com. And that's the other thing. I want to get this out of the way. Remember how I said squeaky wheel get the grease? Why are we not asking Marvel? Like, I'm not in the wheelhouse. I don't work for Marvel. I don't. So, like, I'm not the one that need to be telling you it's a done deal. No, Marvel need to be telling us it's a done deal. And Marvel ain't said nothing yet. So I'm going to say, thank you so much. Come on. mheroes@marvel.com. Okay to print. Hey, what's up with Black Panther? Like, I think that's a legitimate question. Honestly, they got a social media account on Twitter. Damn, all they yip yapping it up. No. Let's go on over. Hey. What's good? What's good? Why y'all talking? Why y'all listening to me right now? Go on over there on Twitter and at Marvel and be like, hey, what's up with Black? Hey, what's up? Make somebody say something. CB Sabolsky, because I feel like I know him. Yeah, make one of them say something. Those are fans on the community boards who are fans of the book as opposed to those on writing articles. Gotcha. As opposed, read the original Panther books. Wakanda was never a true utopia. T'Challa was always dealing with unrest and his people's xenophobia. Wakanda has had conflict since it was created. Ooh, good God Almighty, that is the truth. He ain't lying. Shout out to D Real. Shout out to Mr. Ray Smith. Because, boy, when you go back and read that story, shout out to Don McGregor, Panther's Rage. Oh, my God. Wakanda was on fire. Like, good God Almighty Jesus. Like, Eric, boy, look, okay, yeah. You're not wrong with that one. Some of these folks would turn around and watch Power, book or whatever. That, boy, you ain't wrong. The Kamoyo Kid civil unrest is different from some of the problems that Eve and Coates have written into canon. Do you think T'Challa would allow rape camps to exist in Wakanda, crime families? That's a great question. That's a great question. That's a great question, Libro. If Wakanda was a city, I'm gonna get your question. But this is what we don't think about as Black Panther fans. That's a nation. You say what he wouldn't allow. He's one person. That's a nation. You say what he wouldn't allow. But how many superheroes in New York? And it's a gang war in New York right now. That's a city. So you don't think a nation that's being protected by one superhero, not a city, not a state, but a nation, where every citizen is more intelligent, the average citizen, let me put it like that. The average citizen in Wakanda is smarter than the average citizen anywhere else. So are you really saying to yourself that with one superhero protecting a nation, nothing illegal is going on? T'Challa ain't God. And I really think that's the biggest thing, the biggest problem that people have coming to terms with. T'Challa not God. He's one person. He's human. He's blessed by a God, goddess. He's one person watching over a whole nation. So you think one person, one. You got rampant crime in New York. And I just want us to be clear about something. We never have those expectations of New York. Let's go over this real quick. You got the Fantastic Four in New York. You got the Avengers in New York. New York is a state. It's a state. You got the Defenders in New York. How many groups did I just list? You got the Heroes for Hire in New York. That's a city. Wakanda's a nation. A nation. By and large, with one superhero. One. New York is literally littered with superheroes. You can't, in the fictional city, New York, you can't walk out the fictional city, New York, and throw a rock with your eyes covered and not hit a superhero. That's New York City. This dude is over a whole nation. And you literally saying with a straight face that there shouldn't be no camps? No, there should be. He's one person. You say there shouldn't be no crime families? No, there should be, because he's one person. And one person can't be everywhere at the same time. He's one person. That's a nation. The same way those crime families should exist, the same way those camps should exist, is the same way we should know about more heroes, superheroes, individual superheroes in the nation of Wakanda than just T'Challa. You're not going to ask that question, though, because it ain't going. Wakanda, if New York City is littered with superheroes, it's safe to say the nation of Wakanda should have more than what you know, more Japanese, you know, more superheroes from Japan in Marvel Comics than you know African superheroes. And that's just what that is. That is what that is. That is. You know, you got more Russian superheroes than you got African superheroes, i.e. Wakandan superheroes. I'm just gonna leave it right there. You know it, I know it. That cognitive dissonance thing, not gonna do that. So you got to ask yourself that question. Because honestly, that's a fair expectation. That's a fair story. Folks don't like it because T'Challa not God. He's not God. He's not God. He not. I call it Cliff Notes criticism. No familiarity with the actual thing. They are complaining about just vague talking points. Not tell them 100%. If you think it's valid, you just might not be reading a BP. Whatever point you have can be counted, just saying. Those criticisms are as vague as Sunday morning after a while. By the way, I'm far too direct to be disingenuous. ICBS, I call it out. Manufacture equals disingenuous. It does. I believe Dr. Eve, Al Ewing, Ron has been put on because she is a busy professor at colleges, and I'm pretty sure she has a lot of interest going on in her life. I'm hoping that's what it is. Eve book was just really slow. I'm gonna ask for some detail into that, because when you say slow, that's kind of general. And I think T'Challa got into 3 fights in the first issue. 3. Let me see if I got this right. He put a purse snatcher to sleep. Put him to sleep. Beat up some folks, members of the High Toots that He did. And some cats that was following Shangamai's son. T'Challa put them to sleep too. That's in the first issue. That's in the first issue. That's in the first issue. So when you say it was slow, and Jeddah is the name, I'm just asking some questions. Slow well. Because T'Challa got into a fight with a Deathlock. What comment? What that was? 2, 3? He got into a fight with Basil. Got into a fight with some High Toots again too. And he got into a fight with Monet. So and these he put in these fights, they pick them up, put them down. Boop, boop, boop. They're going about your business. So when folks say it's slow, and then I got him telling, she named the Black Panther because he had already showed up in the comic book. And then I got Kibisu Ma, and then I got the origin of the formation of the what I call it, of the High Toots. So when we say slow, I read them comics, and I can point out some action. So when we say slow, and he caused a ceasefire between 2 crime families, I'm just asking questions. My problems with the run have been the decompressed storytelling. I think we could have got to this point quicker. The art, which is amazing, in places lacks continuity, and I would like more action. You see what I just said, though? You said you would like more action. I'm thinking you just want other folks in the comics because you got all the action. You got all the action. If the fights that he's having with the High Toots, he's having those fights with the Avengers. You're not saying that. And I'm just being fair. You're not saying that because he didn't got into it with the Hatu Tadase, what, 3 times? 3 times? You're not saying that. You're not. Okay, well, he didn't ran into he didn't had a what I want to say, a conversation with I forgot the sister name and everything like that. But he didn't have a conversation where she showed up on the what is it, Luke Cage, Nightshade. He had a run-in with Nightshade. Who you want him to run in with? Who you want him to have a conversation with? Would Aurora have been better? I'm just, when folks say it was slow to what? Get back on the throne? Because I really think that's what that is. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think that's what it is. Slow for him to get back on the throne. Slow for him to get back on the throne because that's what everybody want. But when you say it ain't pace fast, the dude has been fighting in damn near every comic. So y'all got to help me out with that one. Because action to me, when we say pick up the pace, I need to see more action. Too much storytelling in comics when we say pick up the pace. Well, he been fighting in damn near every comic. So when we say pick up the pace, is it pick up the pace to him being back on the throne? Is that what we saying? Because I want to be I want us to be clear. Sloth is taking too long for him to get put back on the throne. I think that's what we're at. Definitely amazing in comparison to Ridley. That's fair. Eve hasn't even confirmed that her run. That part. Chest hurt. John Ridley was horrible. Even his story slow. Eve's storytelling was slow, adding character that wasn't needed. So you don't like him telling? You don't like her tying the old into the new with using Shangamai's son in Yobi? You don't like the fact that actually in Yobi conducts himself like Shangamai's son. You don't like that? But when you say slow add, even though we did get Sister Queen Divine Justice, older sister, she's really just used as a place for T'Challa to be working at when he looked like that dude that he looked like. That's it. The only character she's added is Besa, and Besa ain't in there like that. She not. We've seen T'Challa handle his business. So you don't like Kavisi Ma, an ancient Panther villain? Why not? Ain't General Zod a villain from the House of El? That ain't necessarily Clark's villain. Well, she just gave us a villain to T'Challa's ancestry. You don't like that? It's crazy because T'Challa was created in 1966. That's the first time that's happened. That's the first time that somebody took the opportunity to create a villain from T'Challa's family lineage. That's crazy. You see how I'm doing this? I think it's safe to I really don't think we're taking the time to appreciate what she's doing. Maybe because we're so focused on what Ridley gave us as crap that we can't see the forest for the trees. I think she gave, like, honestly, Telly should be enough. This is my opinion. I could be wrong. The fact that she gave you Telly and said that that's Azuri's father should be enough to satisfy every Black Panther fan, because you should be sitting back looking at where she just took him back to. I'm of the mindset that because way too many of us ain't read Fantastic 452, you don't understand what she just did. I'm going to say that one more time. Because way too many of us either A, didn't read Fantastic 452, or can't remember what was said in Fantastic 452. You can't appreciate what she just did. You can't. I believe that Dr. Eve, Al Ewing, a Black Panther run, has been put on pause because she is a professor at a college and she has different. It could be. Could be. I also think the introduction of a trans character to the mythos has alienated some of the more right-leaning readers, which has made expose many of these people's ignorance. Now watch this. They can't be a Black Panther fan, and I'm gonna go ahead and highlight this. Lee bro, they can't be a Black Panther fan. I'm gonna call cap on if that's what they mad about. I'm gonna say good riddance. I don't even want you over here. I don't want you over here. They've been had the LGBTQ in Black Panther since 1966. And maybe that's what it is. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna say it like this. I'm a heterosexual male. Somebody that's a member of the LGBTQ plus male, that don't offend me, that don't bother me, that don't make me feel some type of way. Hey man, do you? If you transgender, okay, that's not my thing. It's not. But hey, my thing ain't got to be your thing. It ain't. Do you? Go be great. I'm gonna be great over here. That I don't feel threatened by that. I don't feel threatened by that. I don't feel put off by that. I don't. As somebody once said, what somebody eat don't make me boo-boo. So that's been a part of Black Panther since 1966. So if somebody is offended about LGBTQ representation in a Black Panther comic book, you've never been a Black Panther fan. Which is probably why we didn't get to see Ayo and Anika relationship play out like it was supposed to be on the big screen. Crazy because Disney swear they be trying to appease everybody, but it's gonna keep that right there. T'Challa not being on the throne is not Eve's problem. Storytelling wise, you got to build him back up from where he left off. You got to. And if the dude tore him down in 15 issues, I'm sorry, it take longer to clean a house that's been dirty than it took to dirty it up. You got to clean it up. It's crazy. Eve is a best-selling author. She came to write this comic and give you actual storytelling, which is better than that generic. Listen, I'm gonna say this. Shout out to the brothers from Black Comic Lords, because when I was reading her Photon run, it's like it ain't really getting to the point. And somebody said to me, I forget the brother's name, but like I said, shout out to Black Comic Lords. You like, the mindset was that Eve wasn't given as long to write Photon as she wanted. Had she been given time to write the Photon story she would have wanted to write, she would have got us to where Photon needed to be as a character. I said, you know what? I understand that. And I'm able to understand that because I'm a writer. And see, if you've never written a damn thing, never tried to write a damn thing, I ain't talking about writing no letter. If you don't know what that's like, I low-key, Grand Madam Tarot's talked about it, the hero's journey and everything like that. I'm just saying, if you've never tried to write a story, a book, and I ain't talking about no short story, because she's doing a story arc. You don't, if you think it's easy, go try it. It's easy to know where you want the hero to get to. That's fine. How they get there, that's something totally different. If you've never done it before, it is what it is. But also, as Theo said, there's storylines without him on the throne before, so how is this a problem now? What I'm going to say is this. Now, I go back to it. The MCU came into existence when? 2008? T'Challa's story starts showing up in Avengers Age of Ultron. What you have, I've said it before, I've said it, I'll say it again, because pride is a terrible thing. You have folks, they comfortable right there. Writing styles are different. Don McGregor's writing style, I'll be honest, it can be intimidating. Writing back then was more wordy. So you're going to get more words in the balloons, in the little yellow boxes. You're going to get more words as opposed to what you get today. Well, it's still a comic book story. Some folks, and that's the thing, some folks don't want to go read it. You think you can get by. You can get by with folks who don't know as much as you do. Folks who do, who have read that stuff and continue to read, There's a difference between being a surface fan and being a fan. And I'm not, it is what it is. I care about this character. So it's incumbent upon me, not you, not anybody else. It is incumbent upon me to learn damn near everything I can about this character so that I can go forth and be knowledgeable about this character. It just so happens I was born in 1968. So my life experiences, I only have to go back 2 years. I only have to go back 2 years. I get it. Some folks that's born in the 90s, 2000s, we asking you to do some stuff. Well, one or two things. You can either A, go do it, be credible, or you cannot do it. Say what you want to say and have folks think about you what they will. T'Challa is fully in his bag on this run. He is who he should be. Listen, but dog said, I like this fact. He said, I'm a king. Basically, he was like, I'm a king without that damn throne. Now that was it. I'm a king without the throne. I'm a king without the throne. That was the message that she delivered in issue 9. And you don't really have people bigging her up for that. I'm a king without the throne. Think about that underlying message. How significant that message is to African American males, black males. I'm a king without the throne. I don't need the throne to define me as a man. I don't need the throne to define me as a king. That's a powerful message that way too many people look past. No, Basa has not. Basa got a girlfriend. You know what it is? That's crazy. So, and I understand, respectfully so and everything like that, but watch this. If you are a male and you having a problem, a heterosexual male, and you having a problem with Basa being a trans, look at it like this. Maybe this will help you out. She gay or she's a lesbian because the person she's in love with is a woman. Does that help? I hope so. I stay off of social media as well. I try to. You lose brain, boy. Look, you lose. Yes, y'all right. Y'all lose, boy. Look, brain cells on that. There's so much still unexplored. Shadow physics, king of the dead, all that, all that. And watch this, Lee, bro. You're not gonna get to none of that quick. It's so much history out there. There's no way in the world she could. No writer, any writer that knows T'Challa, they can't give you no quick story. They can't give you no quick with everything that you just said. Shadow physics. We ain't seen that in a minute. That's not a fast build-up because you're not gonna accept that story. Because you know the story of shadow physics. You're not gonna accept a short dismissive story of you're not gonna do that. Same thing about the King of the Dead. You're not gonna accept, you don't want to see no comic where King of the Dead story is basically like maybe 1-2 pages. You don't want that. That's gonna be because why are we now using him as the King of the Dead? Because we ain't did this in a minute. That's, man, you saying some stuff with that one. Exactly. Intergalactic Empire. That's not gonna be a short story arc. Regardless of who's writing it, if they doing it some justice, man, you saying some stuff. There's nothing but material to take T'Challa into the future. That y'all saying some stuff. It's a lot of meat on the bone. It's a lot of meat on the bone. And some of these storylines ain't really got nothing to do with the other. They transition from one to the other, but King Solomon's Frogs ain't got nothing to do with the Intergalactic Empire. You know it, and I know it. Them things don't overlap. I believe some want the Ewing run to literally reverse the Ridley run. That's the most accurate statement yet. That is the most, and that's the most accurate statement yet. And I think people need to own that more than anything else, and it didn't have to be Dr. Eve Ewing, so I don't want to say it's her specifically. I think more than anything else, especially when you consider the talking points surrounding Ridley's run after the fact, was that regardless of who the new writer was, the expectation was that T'Challa should be back on the throne sooner than later. Rightfully so, wrongfully so. That was the expectation. I wanted a good story. See, I could have accepted T'Challa not being on the throne if the story made sense. Because if you rocking with me, what I've been saying, how are you an intergalactic emperor, but you're not a king? The kingdom is within the empire. The story didn't make sense. That's what I was pissed off about. As a matter of fact, nothing about Ridley's run as a writer made sense. Well, I'm a writer. I'm an author. I know I'm not celebrated like him. I'm not as accomplished as him. I'm still a writer. I was offended twice. Once as a fellow writer. Second, as a Black Panther fan. That was trash. He would have failed handing that in to his fictional writing class. The teacher would have got a red ink pen, wrote a big red F on it, and circled it. No differently than with that trash that some folks like to cap for in the MCU. That second Black Panther movie would have had an F on it. It would have had a circle around it, and that's what that would have been. Fingers crossed we get someone who can delve into these elements. My fingers are crossed that we have fans that will appreciate it. Because see, you can have a good writer, but the fans can suck, the writer be gone. You can have a great writer that wants to check all those boxes, cross every T, dot every I. But if the fan base is ignorant / stupid, ill-informed, uninformed, misinformed, writer don't matter. Writer don't matter. Because you'll never get to those things. Leave it feels like a waste. With everything that you said, and like I said, I love this, and I love us being able to talk like this and everything like that, because this is the conversation that moves the needle forward. With everything that you said, Lee Bro, we're looking at somebody being a dedicated writer. And thank you for being knowledgeable, because that's the other thing that I believe builds the Black Panther fan base, the more knowledgeable fans that we have. And if y'all don't know, Kamoyo King is the president of the Black Panther fan group and everything like that. We got the Black Panther fan group on Twitter. We got the Black Panther fan group on Facebook. We got the Council of Wakanda on Twitter. We got the Council of Wakanda on Facebook. Those groups are not toxic. It's not a matter of you should do this, you should do that. That's not what those groups are about. Those groups really are about sharing knowledge, sharing ideas. And when I say sharing ideas in the way of growing the character, action figures, content creation. That's what those two organizations are about. So if you want to be a part of an organization that's really all about sharing and love, spreading knowledge about everything Black Panther related, look up those two organizations. Like I said, it's not toxic. You can post stuff in there. Nobody's gonna be like, well, you can't do this if we can't do that. No, that's not what that's about. So yeah, it's a waste, because we're not allowing, to me, we're not allowing the author to do their job. We just wanted what we want, and to me, that's unfair. Wakanda is a nation. He would have to know these things were happening. If he is always off adventuring and allowing it to run itself, how would he know that? Once again, it's a nation. It's a nation. And honestly, we can't even say, all things considered, if we're critical Black Panther fans, okay, well, like I said, there's some things that are near and dear to me as a Black Panther fan. I didn't get in issue 1 or at very least, I don't think I got in issue 1 of Brian Hill's Ultimate Black Panther. Well, I love the Dora Milaje, but I also love the Hattusaraze. I didn't see them. Well, when we look at 616, we don't have the Hattusaraze. That's supposed to be the secret police. They're supposed to be the ones out there exterminating threats outside of Wakanda. Well, we don't have anybody. That's a clear-cut job. It's defined. But we don't have a writer writing stories where those things take place. We don't have Hunter. So we don't allow the character to evolve. To Kamoyo's point, T'Challa is an Avenger as well. Well, who's watching Wakanda when he off? Lost in time, lost in space, or just doing something? Who watching Wakanda? If you finna say it's Shuri, she not being written like that. If you finna say it's the Doras, they supposed to be watching the throne exclusively. And folks ain't been writing them like that. So where do you get the hierarchy in regards to how Wakanda is set up to how you can do these stories? Because we know right off the rip. Let me use Bruce Wayne. Well, we got Commissioner Gordon. Okay, well, that's the chief of police. I got that character right there. Anytime I want to tell some stories, police officer, police corruption, the possibility of a police officer becoming a vigilante, that's right there. Okay, well, I got Dick and Bloodhaven. Okay, well, he's the oldest Robin. I can do some flashbacks with that, and I can take Batman, Bruce, over to Bloodhaven if I need to, or I can just visit Bloodhaven as a reader. Okay, well, what else I got? I got Damian Wayne, or now I got an inside to the League of Assassins. I didn't even know I needed this one. But now I got an end to Talia al Ghul that don't even require Bruce. Okay, well, damn, who taking me to the Doors? Oh, Roxanne Gay tried that. They canceled the book. We're not allowing the authors to build up the side characters because we keep it. You talk about a snake eating its own tail. We don't have time to build up the side characters. Well, damn it, the character, main character, is only as relevant as the side characters. If the side characters ain't worth a damn, you can't expect the main character to be worth a damn. No different than you can expect the hero to be worth a damn if they ain't got no villains. Give me T'Challa's Joker. Give me his Catwoman. You ain't got it. You ain't got it. You want to say Besa, that ain't it. Give me, you want to say Madam Slate, that would be the closest one, that ain't it. Give me his Catwoman. It's crazy, you can't. Hold on, that's too hard. Give me his Daredevil's Elektra. I'll wait. Give me his Daredevil's Kingpin. Because we want to act like that's a Spider-Man villain. No, that's a Daredevil villain. Give me his Daredevil's Bullseye. I'm gonna wait. Give me that. No, okay, well, that's too. Watch this. We want to say that Claw is a Black Panther villain. That's what we want to say. It's more people convinced that Claw is a Fantastic Four villain and not a Black Panther villain. This too easy. This y'all making this way too easy on my part. Keep up with these notes. Now that's a perspective people don't think about. One man and an entire nation, and it's been protected and light years ahead of the person. I sit back and I be not tell him, I be like, that's a whole nation. That's a whole nation. Buddy been holding down a whole nation by himself for a minute, by and large. Not a city, not a state, a whole nation. And y'all set tripping? Oh, he can't have nothing going on in the whole. You mean the whole nation? That sometimes he just get up and leave? That nation. Well, he's still the king. He just gone. He out here gallivanting with the Avengers. And he gone for extended periods at a time. And ain't no crime family taking advantage of that. Boy, start the madness. If y'all don't start the madness. But he has a Kamoyo network, how to and daughters, not to mention his own tech. That isn't to say either perspective is correct, as those are fair points. Right. When do I'm checking in? See, what you saying makes sense, but you don't see him using his Kamoyo beads. You don't see the doors checking in with him. You don't see that. You don't see that interaction. So he not gonna know. And I'm not finna write the story for the writer. They're not paying me. So I'm not finna, watch this. You can't tell me why he needed the synthetic heart-shaped herb. I'm not finna explain that for you. You get paid millions of dollars to write that damn story. Write that damn story. I'm not finna do that for you. I'm not finna fill in the blanks. Okay, well, you ain't. When the last time you seen T'Challa refer to his Kamoyo beads outside of a story in Wakanda? You don't see that in Avengers. You don't see that in Fantastic Four. Honestly, you don't see them talk about nobody else. You don't see them talk about the doors. You talk about the Hatu Zadaze. Where they at? Really destabilized the Hatu Zadaze. So where they at? He destabilized them. Now watch this one. Libro, Black Panther fan, right? Okay. Well, the leaders of the Hatu Zadaze have been T'Chaka, Hunter, T'Challa, and now Hunter. So who is T'Challa interacting with? Because you saw more Hunter in Sam Wilson's Captain America comic book than you saw over here. So when is he interacting with these people? We're not writing him like that. Now, mind you, I'm going to point out some differences. We over in DC Comics, you can get Dick Grayson big up all day long talking about him and Bruce was talking to each other. Cross titles, storylines, story arcs. Oh, the Bat family, they in contact with each other. You do not get that over here with Marvel. You don't. So when you say he has it, where? 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 Because we keep getting references to it, to Batman's technology over here and how he's in contact with everybody. You don't get that over here. Regardless of who the writer is, you do not get that. You know that because you read, but you can't say you didn't read that consistently for that to even be a thing. And that's sad. That's sad. Me and you both know that's out there. Watch this. You probably got a Kamoyo bead at your house just like I do, which would mean we would be able to show the Kamoyo beads more so than they've ever done in Marvel Comics. But at the very least, his Colts run. Because Priest, I'm going to say, because Ridley did not use them, right? You say Kamoyo bead, Ridley didn't refer to him. You get the Kamoyo bead usage in Dr. Ewing'S run, but we don't appreciate that, though, do we? There are roughly 55 known heroes and over 100 lesser known heroes in New York, and they all making it do what it do. Like that. But I don't know why. You know what? If I was a criminal, I would move out of New York. It's too much traffic up there. Hit them lights. Appreciate it. Thank you so much for that. If y'all could, thank y'all, please, and thank you. You aren't getting Avengers actions on a Black Panther solo book. At all. It'd be nice if you could get one of them villains to show up over there. Watch this. The Rhino showed up in Wakanda. But you're not going to know that if you didn't read Wakanda. I want to say the first issue of Wakanda, that 5-issue miniseries. Yeah, you're not going to know that. He did. He showed up in there. Shooty made quick work of that, but you're not going to know if you didn't read that 5-issue series. I don't need T'Challa to be a god, but I need him to continue to be a great superhero for his country and the protector of his people. And whoever riding him, give him great stories. That part right there. Watch this. We ain't even got a great story with Bast. I'm just gonna say that. Bast. Bast. Everybody has so much to say about Bast not showing up in the MCU when she should have. But really, when's the last time you got Bast? Hold that thought. Yeah, we ain't got Bast in a minute. We ain't got Bast in a minute. Most of the action in the book is in the preview pages. We get weeks in advance. The whole fight in many instances are in the preview. Bro, hold on, bro. Stop the cap. Whoops. I got to call cap on that one now. I got to call cap on that, Lee, bro. If you saying you ain't had no fight scenes in Dr. Ewing'S book, you saying it's only in the preview pages, I'm calling cap on that one. I'm calling cap on that one. And do not make me get up from this table and go get my Ewing'S run, because I will go do it. I'm calling cap on that one. I'm calling cap on that one. You got to take that one back, bro. You got to take that one back. You got to take, because that's easily disproven. That's easily disproven. Do not make. Y'all know me. Hold on, I'm back. T'Challa does not use high tech as a crutch. Y'all know me. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. What? How we want to do this? How we want to do this? Because boy, look. We still want to do this? Because I went and got him. Like, boy, look, I believe in being accurate. I don't be want to do it yet. Hey, let me know. Let me know, because I ain't want to go get it, because I'm like, I don't want to have to go get this woman comic book run now. Listen, I believe in being fair. I believe in being constructive criticism. I ain't finna do that now. I ain't finna do that. These are the talking points, all the same. Literally with world building T'Challa. Thank you, Dr. Egan. Yes, they can go read Issam if it bothers them. Taku and Venom must freak them out. I mean, because they're right there. You play at your own risk. Yeah. You write at your own pace. You write at your own pace. Really actually wrote like how the Ewing dissenters claim they wanted from Ewing. You see how that went? A missed deal. I'm trying to write my second Black Panther fan fiction comic book, and it has really been difficult. So I understand what you're talking about. It is. Hey, Grand Madam, what's going on? Grand Madam in the building, my spiritual advisor. Hey, Mr. Theo, I'm writing my second Black Panther. Oh, okay. Yeah, absolutely. Most trans women like women, only roughly 16%. Like I said, man, it don't bother me. Man, do your thing. I said earlier that Eve's run was canceled to bring in Jonathan Hickman's run. We gonna might be saying, and reversing the really run is basically what she's doing, just not the way they want. Yes, absolutely. We can have the best story in the world, but without appreciation from the community, it'll be as if the story never existed. Absolutely, this is correct. Grand Madam Terrence, sorry, did you mean Brian Hill or Hickman? Hickman. That, yeah. Grand Madam B, you got to pay attention to Grand Madam. Grand Madam B on T'Challa needs his everyday villains. Even Clark has those. This is facts. T'Challa does not use his tech as a crutch. He doesn't. Not supposed to. Absolutely. Theo, get the table. show show them who you are. I think I'll take a world building class. So let me do this. I ain't want to do this. I ain't want to do this, but you know, I bought the other dude's complete series, so I can construct. So let me see if I got issue 1. Let me see here. Yeah, we got issue 1. We got a purse snatcher. He get put to sleep within the first couple of pages. That's one fight. Let me see. He visits in Yobi, and Yobi is being trash talked. Let me see. He beat up some members of the High Tutsi. They definitely dropped them on their head like that. That was quick, fast, and a hurry. Yeah, he beat them down. That's 3 fights right there. That's 2 fights. And then in Yobi is being stalked by this other dude, and yeah, T'Challa put him on his head. That's 3 fights. That's 3 fights right there. They meet Basa in the last. So I got 3 fights in issue 1. I got 3 fights in issue 1. I don't know what y'all want to take for that. I got 3 fights. Where we at, y'all? Somebody keep up with my math. I got 3 fights. All right. All right. So we come into issue 2. I got 3 fights so far. Y'all keep up with the math. I got 3 fights. So let me see here. I got T'Challa, Basa, a little skirmish, 4. Okay, all right, that's 4. I got T'Challa. Let me see here. We got 4. He meets Nightshade just to get some advice. People say it gets some tech, but I don't see no tech. He just got some information. Information broker. All right. Also, he breaks into Basa's home. He just sitting there waiting on. So we got 4 fights and a break-in. Not bad thus far from the King of Wakanda. He doing it on his own. Broke into Basa's house. Didn't really need nobody assistance. So we got 4 fights, right? Cool. We moving on to issue 3. Want this action to pick up, right? Got 4 fights. So basically, I'm averaging 2 fights per issue. All right. We go up here, issue, let me see here. Lets it be known, Basa. Let Basa know how smart he is. She's completely blown off by that. Let me see here. Put on a dress. We get a backstory. We get T'Challa. Let me see. Oh, we get a Deathlock. Deathlock. Get a Deathlock. Deathlock shows up in issue 3, and the Deathlock leaves somebody leaking. That's my way of saying somebody they put to sleep. But the Deathlock left somebody leaking. Y'all gotta excuse me. I'm trying to. Oh, there we go. So the Deathlock left somebody leaking. So we got what we got? 5 issues, 4 fights. Let's see what we do here. Issue 4. This is the Deathlock fight. So this is 5 fights, right? Issue 4, 5 fights. Let's see. Get into it with Deathlock. That don't last long. And he fixed the Deathlock. Beat the Deathlocks behind and fixed the Deathlock. That's crazy. Do we have another fight here? No. Him and Basa. So we got a fight. So I got 5 fights. Oh, got a gun fight. Somebody got a gun at the end. Gang War. It's crazy. Next, Gang War and Burning T'Chaka. Are you reading Gang War? Daredevil? Spider-Man? Because if you don't have an issue with them Gang Wars. Just keep going here. people said it was slow.
Hi there. It's currently 15.
People said it was slow. Let's see here. Issue 5. That's a nice little cover right there. Issue 5. What's going on in issue 5? Let me see here. Y'all keeping up with the fights? Oh yeah, now this one, we had a sniper on this one, and T'Challa went straight side Buddy's head. 6. That's a sniper. Then you had another dude. T'Challa went upside his head. That's 7. That's 7. That's 7. Then you got T'Challa taking on the High Toot Zadaze. That's 8. Order the ceasefire. I kind of want to give him some bonus points for that one, but that's 8. Let me see here. We got Baba Nikisu. Let me see. And we got Kibu Ma at the end. I got 8 fights so far. Y'all help me out. Let me see, Libro. Libro, you have multiple books. T'Challa and does not have to be either, both writer. So just as a talking point, would the audience be against Hickman bearing in mind how he has written the character in New Avengers and Secret Wars, not at the expense of any current run? That's a fair question. That is a fair question. So just as would the audience be against Hickman? I want to make sure I get that. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I want to make sure I get that up there for you, Libro. So just as a talking point, would the audience be against Hickman, bearing in mind how he has written the character in New Avengers and Secret Wars, not at the expense of any current run? I know quite a few of us have talked, mentioned, requested writers such as Hickman being full-time on T'Challa for a period of time to highlight the character. I wouldn't be opposed to it. I wouldn't be opposed to it. And I say that just because I understand certain nuances about the character. This character, for whatever reason, has been I joked about it last night. I laughed about it. Well, not last night, first thing this morning, because it was really first thing this morning. I've never seen this before with a character. Like the stuff that's going on with T'Challa, the Black Panther IP, I've never seen this before. It's people older than me that ain't never seen this before, like with a character. And what do I mean when I say that? It's almost as if it would have been better off if the MCU never knew who T'Challa was. Like that, and that's the sad part about it, because it's like, if I go back to when going all the way back to when Samuel L. Jackson, that little clip where he was talking to Tony Stark, you know, the one that was on the floor, whatever, and Wakanda was sitting right there. It's almost like if you have no plans, keep Wakanda out your mouth. It's some stuff I just ain't never seen before. I believe Hickman would do some good at elevating this character, but I believe there are people that do not like this character and would be just as vehemently opposed to this character regardless of who's writing them. Because I'm still trying to figure out how 12,000 copies of the first issue went missing. I've never seen that before, never heard that before. I've read titles before, number ones before. 12,000 copies? It'd be something different if it was 12,000 copies on a character that did not already have as much baggage as T'Challa has. But T'Challa has literally had baggage he didn't create ever since Avengers Age of Ultron. Folks can say to me, with Theo, it was Cap. People can say, Theo, no. Avengers Age of Ultron, Captain America Civil War was just an excuse. The unfortunate passing of Chadwick Boseman was just an excuse. They have been dragging this character since they planned on using this character. Now, I can't tell you why. So while I believe Jonathan Hickman as a writer would do a lot to elevate the character, I just don't know if that would be enough considering who's against this character right now. Anazi the Spider, Hickman would give us T'Challa and Aurora. He tried giving us that parent several times, but yep, and that's that part right there. Hickman would give us T'Challa and Aurora. He's tried giving us that parent several times, but Marvel always steps in the way, which is suspicious. They're not stepping in the way this time, because good God Almighty Jesus, that Marvel Voices Legends was like, hey, we're gonna go ahead and put them two together. Okay, y'all gonna go ahead and do that. So good looking. Definitely need that and everything like that. That 12,000 going missing this way. It's just this wild. Like, Lee, bro, I'm looking for the stuff that's gonna refute the story. Like, I don't necessarily look. I'm not looking to see if it's true. I'm looking to see if it's not true. And I'm waiting for somebody to come back and say, nah, it ain't with them. Like, Lee, bro, think about this for a second. And I'm just critical thinking. Because like I said, I can tell you know a lot about the character. Just think about this for a second. Because I keep pointing to this and I'll be like, I just want people to sit back and see the forest for the trees. They messed with his origin story going all the way back to Avengers Age of Ultron. They emasculated that dude in Captain America Civil War, because at the very least, he should have maimed Zemo. At the very least, he should have maimed Zemo, because he was trying to kill Claw. In his origin story, he was trying to kill Claw for what he did to his father. Okay, well, you got Zemo take out his dad. You're not going to at least have him maim Claw? I mean, say maim Zemo, to give Zemo a reason to have on his iconic mask going forward? Then you sat up there and did something that was unprecedented. You killed off the character and had the character's death mimic the passing of the actor. I've never seen that before in my life. Like, people can stop the cap on that one. I've never seen that. I've seen actors come and go. I've never seen the character that they portray leave the same way. That's heinous. That's disgusting. That's sick. I don't care what anybody say. To have that portray out like that on the screen was just to get people to cry. Congratulations. But then they spit in them same people's faces and recast another character. Actor passed away 5 to 8 months later. It's not big fanfare. No, they just bring in another actor and recast that character. I said, golly. Mind you, during this time frame, we got the author writing the character like hot crap in his own comic book. This is all going on simultaneously. Oh, wait a minute. There's talk of a video game coming out. It's the character's video game, but they talking about the character not being in their own video game. Wait a minute. I ain't finished. When the character has their own comic book out, they talk about they finna release a cartoon. It's the character's cartoon. 10 episodes with the character not in it. Are you serious? Then, just when we think that ain't it, 12,000 copies go missing. As a Black Panther fan, you've seen stuff and you've experienced stuff with this character. With this character in the past. What it's 2024?
Yes.
When was the MCU made? 2008. You've seen stuff transpire with this character. As a Black Panther fan, you've never, and because you're not just a Black Panther fan, that's the other thing. I don't even want to act like that. You like more than T'Challa? If you got multiple favorite characters, he's one of them. There's stuff going on with this character you've never seen nor experienced with any other fictional comic book superhero character in 20, 30, 40 years, and you know it. Never experienced it. You sitting back like, well, damn. $12,000? 12,000. 12. Of his, not Ultimate Spider-Man, Ultimate Black Panther. The comic sold out before it even hit the damn store. Really? Y'all think it's a game. Everybody don't be touching this stuff like everybody be touching this stuff. We did a video yesterday. They were selling this comic book for $300 yesterday. And if I'm not, no, it was Wednesday, because I went and got the comic book on Wednesday, read it, came. My wife was like, you got to go get the comic book if it's sold out. Fortunately, I had mine on subscription. Went to go get the comic book, read it, did basically a live without spoilers and everything like that. All them comics on eBay. Now they dropping the prices on them now because they understand that second printing of issue 1 is going to probably hit the stores, if not next Wednesday, Wednesday after next. So they're going to be stuck with them. But $300? I wasn't the only one that saw that. The ticket scalper prices they had going on, man. Y'all think it's a game. y'all think it's a game, and y'all no. 12 ain't nothing being done to this character an accident. That's all I'm gonna say. Because if that's what that is, this character needs some health insurance. This character needs some health insurance. This character need a wheel. Because damn, every time stop the madness. Jetta is the name. In this universe, do you think we will get a love triangle with Killmonger, T'Challa, and Storm? You know what, Jetta? That's a fair question. It is. You know what I'm gonna be? What I can say to you is that I just want some great storytelling. This is a ultimate universe, so it's an alternate universe. I just want some great storytelling that makes sense. Like, I just want some good storytelling revolving my favorite character. And if nothing else, what Brian Hill gave me yesterday, he gave me an indication I'm finna get some good storytelling. That's what I want. Like, the end all say all for me is give me some great storytelling. That's it. Because if you give me some great storytelling, everything else will fall into place. Everything else will fall into place. I gotta get that. Folks can say what they want to. I got some great, watch this. As a Black Panther fan, I have some great storytelling thus far from Dr. Ewing'S run, Brian Hill's run, and Avengers, Earth's Mightiest Assemble, cartoon on Disney Plus. Marvel Unlimited. I can find T'Challa wherever I want to. Marvel Unlimited. So I'm just open to some good storytelling. I don't want the love triangle, nothing like what they got going on with Scott, Jean, and Logan. I don't want that. That's somebody else's vision. So, you know what I want? Here we go. I would love to see the relationship between T'Challa and Okoye flourish. I would. And I would love to see the relationship between Eric Killmonger and Aurora flourish. Watch this. If they finna do a heel turn with Shuri, I'm here for it. Just long as it's great. If it's great, you give me some great writing, I'm here for it. That's all I'm saying. I'm here for it. But no, that's a great question. That's a great question. Anyone's Storm dates is a placeholder till she back with T'Challa. She hates Killmonger. She does. She does in the 616, which is why I would be open. It's me. It's me. It's just me. Me. My opinion. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. I've been wrong again. Because I know she despises Eric so much in the 616, I would love to see what Brian Hill can do with this. in this universe. If he can make it work, I'm here for it. If he can make it work, I'm here for it. So it's an alternate universe. It's an ultimate universe and everything like that. I'm here for it. So like I said, and honestly, like that's me for mine. I can't speak for anybody else. I'm not gonna try to. I love great storytelling. Like I don't care. Like I'll watch this. Anybody else besides me read 1984? Anybody else besides me read 1984? And if you read 1984, you're gonna know what I'm talking about. Did anybody else besides me read 1984? Anybody read Ralph Ellison's Invisible Man? Anybody? Can anybody else besides me say they read Zora Neale Hurston, Their Eyes Were Watching God? Shakespeare's Othello. Anybody read that? See, when you taking fictional writing, when that's your major, and you low-key have an interest in Black history, African American history, you wind up reading quite a few books. People ask me all the time, Theo, why you don't like the N-word or being called Negro? Because I read James Baldwin. I'm not your Negro. I'm not. And mind you, he was a member of the LGBTQ plus. Go figure. I read Zora and Othello too back in the day. The Caselli art was really good. The beard and haircut T'Challa had was on point. As much as I like Stale Freeze's redesign of the Habit, his T'Challa design wasn't the best. Gotcha. Now, to your point, Libro, T'Challa looked straight. Like I was feeling that. Actually, we cosplaying this year. Like that's gonna be my reoccurring joke when I see some nice stuff that we wear in the comics. We cosplaying this year because damn, I want to put that outfit on that T'Challa got on. I'm like, damn, this what you wearing? And God, I see why people Theo, you gonna do a civilian T'Challa. This dude looking hard. So the artwork was outstanding. I definitely love that, man. Like, hey man, y'all putting y'all foot in. I love the artwork. Listen, the hairstyle. Good God Almighty, Jesus, the hairstyle. When y'all can do something different with a Black woman hairstyle, a brother hairstyle, y'all be making me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. Y'all do. So good God Almighty, Jesus, I just got to give it up to the artistic team. Y'all doing y'all thing. Like on any Black Panther comic book at this point in time. Because what y'all doing over there, 616, making it do what it do. 6160, make it do what it do. Shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to y'all. The fan base got in their ass, so they had to restore it. That's what happens when a fan base becomes organized. Hey, don't do that no more. I never seen or heard about something like this happening to any other kid. Make sure I get this. Juju, where you at, Juju? I ain't never seen anything, heard or seen anything like this happening to another character like that. That I've never seen that before. That is something that is wild. I don't know what to me. I don't know. I try and I don't get it. I don't get it. Let me see. Libro, the Caselli art. You see, Juju. Yeah, I've never seen. I've never seen. I've looked at that before. Like I said, I knock on wood. April 21st will be my 56th year on God's green earth. These are first. Like everything that's going on with this character. I wasn't around when George Reed passed, but I know they recast Clark. I know they recast. I was here when Christopher Reeve unfortunate horseback. I was here. Dean Cain. I don't know what y'all want me to say. When he passed away, Brandon Root. I don't. If I'm not mistaken, Smallville was on the CW. I don't know what folks want me to do with that. I've never seen a fictional character be killed off, let alone be killed off in the same fashion as Paul Walker. Folks like, Paul Walker. The cast was, the movie was being, they were in the midst of production. Now, folks want to, Planet Fanatics, he said this morning, I saw that on Twitter, where the whole cast and crew from the first 2 Black Panther films needs to go for them to move forward with the character. The Fast and the Furious crew were in the midst of filming, production. They weren't at home. They didn't find out via news. They didn't find out via an agent. They didn't find out via a friend. No, they were filming. Managed to press pause on production. Figure out how they were going to keep this character alive to, at the very least, get him to the end of the movie. Have a funeral. You want to talk about, I don't know how they kept it together, because they went to the funeral, emotions on full display, then had to come back and do a movie where they had to be reminded every day that he was gone, because they actually talked to his brothers. His brothers that they used for the body doubles. Every day, they were literally reminded of this man not being there, by his flesh and blood being there, and they still managed to carry on. I don't know whether to feel weak as a Black person or feel impressed that they did it, because I'm like, well, clearly I can't do that. I'm not able to process emotions like that. They did it. Did not kill the character off. Did not kill off the character in a way that was reminiscent of how the actor passed. Never crossed their mind. Even with movies they've had since the actor passed, they reference the character still being alive. No bastardized child for the character. No unwed wife. No. With the ease stroke of a pen, they're married, children, they living happily ever after as a family. Over here, with the stroke of a pen, we wrote the child not having a father. We wrote the mother of the child not marrying the father. That means as a king, he didn't see a queen in the kid. He saw a baby mama. That goes against the mindset of the character. And while I might be putting my foot in my mouth, I believe that goes against the mindset of the actor, who was very choosy about the roles he took on. Give me the role he played a baby daddy in. Because let Ryan tell it, that was what they were discussing for the second movie. So you weren't going to have him and Nakia wed in the second movie. He was just going to be a baby daddy. I'm going to probably throw a flag on that one, because I ain't never seen that dude play a baby daddy in no movie. I ain't seen it. You ain't seen it. You ain't read it. You ain't heard it. So that's the movie that you said you were going, him and his son. What about him, his son, and his wife? I just looked at my wrist. I got time today. I'm crossing the line today. I got time. I'm gonna keep up with these notes. So yeah, That's where I'm at with it, man. Listen, I'm about to get up out of here. I didn't mean to rant and ramble. I didn't want this to be a rant and ramble session. What I really wanted this to be more about, like, hey man, you can take ownership of stuff. You can. And you can let it be known how you feel about stuff. Going to social media complaining don't move the needle. You need to go to Marvel. Let them know how you feel. Also, you a Black Panther fan? Man, come on, man. Come on. Come on, man. Like, come on. If you a Black Panther fan, be a Black Panther fan. And no, I'm not saying tolerate crap. Crap is crap. But support your character. Understand that it's a fictional character and everything, like, and be fair. Like, honestly, truth be told, I understand concern. But if I can sit here and say, as a Black Panther fan, there's some things that I didn't get in the first issue. And I honestly, based on the way Brian Hill writing it, I don't think I'm gonna get it. I don't think I'm gonna get it. I don't think Hunter gonna show up. I don't think Sion gonna show up. I don't think we're gonna discuss Nahanda, Inyami, Ramunda. I don't think we're gonna talk about Achibe. I don't. I don't think none of that's gonna happen. Is that enough to make me not want to buy the book? No. If you got some good writing, I'm gonna pick up what you're putting down, as my brother D would say. I'm gonna pick up what you're putting down if you got some good writing. But just like that's me, right? Can you honestly say Eve Ewing run is bad? I'm gonna say like this, and this might be when I'm saying too much. If you telling me Dr. Eve Ewing's run is too slow, you're a liar. You're a liar because you don't have no facts to back that up. That's an opinion, but you don't have any facts to back that up. If you say her run is too slow, you're a liar. You're disingenuous. If you say she don't have enough action in it, you're a liar. You're disingenuous because she has action in it. She does. And honestly, she got the right type of action in it, because unlike the action in the last run where somebody was repeatedly getting their head kicked in this run, that person is repetitively kicking heads in. He is. You say you like homage being paid to the past, she got that. So if your complaint is that the other writer wasn't doing anything with past characters, and you not saying anything about what she's doing with past characters in this run, you're disingenuous and you're a liar. And I'm gonna call you, watch this, I'm not gonna call you misogynistic. That's a new terminology. I'm gonna call you a chauvinistic pig. A male chauvinist pig is what I'm gonna call you, because that's what we used to call you back in the day. I'm not gonna do all this fancy stuff, toxic masculinity. You're a male chauvinist pig. That's what we called you back in the day. It's good. It was good enough back then. It's good enough right now. The closest black stereotype I remember Chadwick Boseman playing was a drug addict on a soap opera back in the day. And what did my dog do? Let me go in here and chop up with y'all. Why is he a drug addict? Huh? People say hunky here. Why is he and what drugs is he on? Actually, he was a troubled youth. He's like, why is he troubled? Mom was a drug addict. What drug she on? Does that matter? Yeah. People act. You can't tell me she acting out like this and she just strung out on marijuana. No, that's got to be a stronger drug. That's got to be a stronger drug. And what am I mad about? Am I mad about I ain't got no food in the house? Am I mad because she on drugs? Am I mad because she got men just coming in and out the house? Yes. Those are different types of anger. Yeah, my dog went in there and asked them questions. So the dude that's going to ask them questions is just not going to do willy-nilly. Give Eve her flower. She's got them. She's got them. And I'm going to say this. Mr. Brian Hill, you have yours as well. Once again, like I said, great job on issue 1. I'm looking forward to issue 2. Dr. Eve Ewing, great job on issue. I know you're like, Theo, you didn't forget. Hey, man, got a lot of issues around here. Dr. Eve Ewing, great job on issue 8. I am looking forward to issue 9. So keep doing what you do. I ain't the end all say all. I ain't finna act like that. I ain't the end all say all, but I'm important to somebody. Somebody think I'm important. So, so to that person, that's who my opinion matters to. Listen, thank y'all so much. Write in mheroes. I'm sorry, mheroes at marvel.com. Okay, to print. Let them know what you think and everything like that. You a Black Panther fan? Go get into this Black Panther knowledge. Go absorb as much as you can, whether it's going to your local comic book store, buying up the latest run, the latest comic, picking up some omnibuses, picking up some trade paperbacks, whatever you got to do. Marvel Unlimited, make it do what it do. If you like the character, listen, some of the best runs, Avengers, Earth's Mightiest Heroes, great. They do have his own season. Avengers Earth Assemble. You can definitely go check that out and everything like that. If you are in the action figures, Hasbro Marvel Legends does have the Christopher Priest Black Panther available for sale, $24.99. You can get quite a few of those action figures, present and current, on eBay. Go check that out. If you are interested in customization action figures, make sure you are linked up with either Black Panther Fan Group, Council of Wakanda, found either on Twitter or Facebook. Also, be on the lookout. Hold on, because I'm going to make sure my wife is with me. We will be opening up a store. I'm going to say, make sure I say this loudly. Look for in the next couple of weeks, if not month, we will be opening up a store where we will be selling things on the store. Rock with me Nation gear. I ain't saying, I'm just saying gear. We will have the posters. We will have the, because see, me and my wife had to have a conversation last night. My wife has Skyline Designs, right? Right. That's a design company. She has the store already. She got the store already. Right, right. Okay, cool. And she knows how to make stuff with her hand. Right, right. Whether we talking diorama set pieces or clothing, she got the store. Right, right. Cool. I got the YouTube channel. Right, right. Okay, so we're gonna marry both of them because the YouTube channel is over 1,000, which means we can now have a store on the YouTube channel. Right, right, right. So in the next couple of months, she got a store. I got the YouTube channel. She's gonna be doing some videos on this channel. Y'all just need to know that going on. There are going to be some times I'm not gonna be here. It's gonna be my wife, and she probably gonna be going over the stuff that's gonna be available on the store because that's her strength, not mine. So make sure you got them notifications on. Yes, 2024 is going to be the year where we make it do what it do as a fan base. That said, y'all already know how I'm gonna end this. Take care of your health. That's important. Rest in peace to the late great Carl Weathers. My first time seeing you was rocky. I rooted for you, knowing what the outcome was gonna be. It bothered me to see what happened to you in that last Rocky movie. It did. I enjoyed you in Happy Gilmore. Action Jackson. I went out, saw the movie. I like what you did in Rocky. I like what you did in Predator. I went out, saw the movie. Black representation, Black imagery. I went out and I bought the DVD. Carl Weathers, you are a man among men, and you will be deeply missed. You left here way too soon. I like to think that there was, well, I know God called you home, but as far as quite a few of us are concerned, you had some unfinished business left. So with that said, take care of yourselves. I want to be able to talk to you and not talk about you. And that's whether we agree or disagree or not. That don't matter. Being a Black Panther fan, living this life, inhaling oxygen. That's what matters. So click, like, share, subscribe. Take care of yourself. I want to talk to you, not about you. Peace.